So what do I have here? This is my Revit 2022. Okay, so before I start, okay, let me just brief a little bit on Autodesk and how it goes with their update. So basically, even though this is currently, we are currently in 2021, but as you can see, the update for Revit 2022 is already here. Not just for Revit, for Navisworks, for AutoCAD, currently they have the new version as well. Okay, but between all these versions, you will not see like a very big changes. Okay, in terms of when you look into this startup page of Revit 2022, you will not look into, there is no major changes that's going to happen. But if you realize, okay, on the left part here, okay, we have Autodesk Dock. Previously, if I'm not mistaken, it stated here is BIM 360, but now it is Autodesk Dock. Okay, so if you have purchased Autodesk Dock, which is provided along in your EEC collection, and you have actually put some folder, some project inside your Autodesk Dock, then you can actually access your project through your Revit. Okay, so for example, if you wanted to open something in the cloud, which is Autodesk Dock, you can actually do it straight away from here. Okay, but aside from that, there is no like significant changes on the startup page itself. Okay. What I'm going to do now is we're going to first look into the wall enhancement and family category, which falls under the documentation efficiency. Design productivity, sorry. Okay, so we're going to take a look on the first two first, yeah, which is wall enhancement and family category improvement. So with that, I'm going to start a new project first. Okay, so I'm going to go into browse just to let you guys see what are the templates that we have in this 2022. I say there's a little bit more template here, but I'm not very sure if you guys need this additional template, because for us, normally we just go into this English folder and go into whatever templates that we have inside here. So I'm just going to go ahead with the formatry and then click on open. And then I'm going to create a new project here and click on OK. Okay, again, do not expect with the new version you will have like a very significant changes in terms of the interface and everything. Okay, the interface is still the same. So whenever you switch between your version, you will not have to face any difficulty in terms of getting used to the interface. So that is a no worries condition. Okay, so let's first start with the wall enhancement. So as we know from the previous update of 2021, we are able to create a slanted wall. Okay, for those of you who might not realize this, so I'm just going to show you a bit on how to create a slanted wall. So to create a slanted wall, I'm just going to go ahead to my architecture tab, go into my wall tool, and then let me just pick on the right, like a suitable wall type. Okay, so I'm just going to use this basic wall here and create a basic wall here. Okay, and then I'm going to change this to fine, consistent color. So you can see that it has its layer. Okay, so if I go into edit type, structure, edit, so I will know that the exterior side is on the brick and the interior side is on the gypsum wall board. So basically, this is the exterior, this is the interior pipe. Okay, so in creating a slanted wall is very simple. Just click on your wall, and then on your properties, you will have this cross section. Currently, it is vertical. Now you can change this into slanted. Okay, so if you click on slanted, you will have this angle from vertical parameters switch on. So you can actually give it angles that you wanted. So for example, I put in 10 degree. So if I look into the 3D view, you have something that's slanting like this. Okay, again, I'm going to change the shading and everything. Okay, so you can see from here, this is actually slanted 10 degree to the left. Okay, if you wanted it go to another side, just put in the negative value. So that is the thing that we have from the previous update. But what it cannot do previously is that you cannot edit the wall profile. But along with the update in Revit 22, it is now possible to actually edit the wall profile, even though it is a slanting wall. So I can just click on the wall, and then here I have my edit profile. So what I can do is that now now I can freely update or change the profile of my wall. So for example, I create it like this. Okay, I just do it straight away from the 3D view. Okay, and then maybe some here. Okay, and then here. Okay, something like this. Okay, so if I click on finish, sorry, this one, I'm just going to draw a new one here. Okay, so as you can see, even though it is a slanting wall, you can actually adjust and edit the wall profile. So if you currently have a wall profile like this, okay, you can still adjust what are the angle that you wanted. Okay, so this is not possible if you use Revit 2021, but if you use Revit 2022, it is not possible to do so. So in architecture discipline, I think this will be quite a benefit for you guys. Okay, so that is on editing the slanted wall profile. Okay, now what I want to do is that I want to show you guys on the tapered wall pula. Okay, so for creating a tapered wall, so again, I'm just going to choose one wall type. Just place it here. So because this is a tapered wall later on, so I'm just going to directly create a section view here and view the section. So this is the section that we have. So again, we have this brick, which is the exterior, and then we have this plaster, I think, on the interior pipe. Okay, let's just look into this from the 3D view first. So I'm just going to delete this slanted wall, okay? Okay, so to create a tapered wall, so first I'm just going to edit this to be on the level 2, the top constraint. Okay, so I have like this. Okay, so similar with how you previously did with your slanted wall, if you want to create a tapered wall, so what you need to do is that just change the cross section. So here you have vertical for your normal wall, slanted and tapered. So if you want to change to tapered, you will see that they will not allow you to actually change it directly. So what you need to do is that you need to go to edit type and then edit the structure, and then you need to choose one variable layer. This variable layer will be the layer that's going to change its dimension whenever you create a tapered wall. So when you have a tapered wall, usually you have like different dimension from at the top and at the base. So which layer is going to change its dimension or the thickness? So you need to choose from here. So let's say I choose this one as my variable layer. So for your information, you only can choose one variable layer. So if I try to like multi-check on the boxes, you will not allow you to do so. So I'm going to tick on the variable on the number 5 layer, which is on my structure layer. Okay, so I'm going to click on OK, click on OK. So what happened when you actually tick on the variable, you will have these cross-section properties where you can actually specify on the angle. Okay, now you can see that the width is measured at the top. Okay, so now what you can do is that you can see from your properties, okay, you can change this into tapered. So when you change this into tapered, you will have this exterior angle and interior angle, but now both of it is gray because they will follow whatever value that you have selected here. But if you want to change the angle in the instance level, which is in the properties panel here, you can actually tick on the override type properties. Okay, so from here, you can actually change the exterior part. So let's say I put 5 degree here. So to see it clearly, I'm going to go into my section view. So this is my exterior pipe. So I put in 5 degree here. So it will expand 5 degree to the left, which is on the exterior angle, and to the interior angle, which is my this pipe. Okay, I'm going to put different value here. Okay, so if you guys remember, we basically tell them to width measure at top. Okay, so what does it do is that if we look into this layer, you can see that the structure is set to become 140, the thickness. Okay, so when we set the width to measure at top, what happens is that, okay, if I use this ruler, okay, and then just create a dimension here. So it says that that is 139.4, basically more or less 140. If I look into the bottom, okay, I again with the ruler, and I just measure here. So you will see that the value is like 600 something something. Okay, so what does it mean with the width measure at? So where you put, for example, I set this to be top. So top will have a constant value. Okay, so for example, if I just change this into -1 and 0, okay, for example, yes, so it will become like this, okay. So I said that it will be measured at top. So if I put a dimension here, you will see that it is exactly 140. So it is constant on the top. So if I change this to be, let's say, base, okay, now, the 140 will be at the base of the wall. Okay, so yeah, so 140 is now at the base. Okay, bottom, if you just click here, okay, drag it a bit to the lower, drag it lower. So what you can see is that if you change this into bottom, so the bottom part is going to have the 148. Okay, so that is the differences when you have this bottom, top, and base. Okay, and lastly, if you want to have the angle to be constant for every single wall, okay, so you not need to put this into instant level. So you can just untick here, and what happened, you can actually just set the value here. So this is for the cases that maybe you wanted them to have a constant angle for every single tapered wall. So you can just set it here. So whatever value that you set here will be automatically reflected here. Okay, so that is a little bit on the tapered wall. Okay, so with that, I'm going to move into family category. Okay, so design productivity, the other things that I wanted to show you guys is on the design productivity is family category improvement. So what I wanted to showcase on this one is that, okay, with that, I'm going to create a new family. I'm going to go ahead to metric generic model. Okay, so what I want to show you is that in the new update in Revit 2022, Revit actually added some category, new category for us to use in our family creation. Okay, so here, you have a few new category, which is first, we have this audio visual device, we have our fire protection, we have food service equipment, hardscape, we have medical equipment, we have what more, we have signage, okay, we have temporary structure, and also we have vertical circulation. So I think the individual that will be benefited from this update could be someone from the MEP discipline. As you can see, the category that added into this new update is basically something that are related to MEP, I think. Okay, so for example, if I tick on this fire protection, and then I'm just going to go ahead and create a very simple extrusion here. Okay, and then straight away load this into my project. Okay, I just put it here. Okay, so you can see now if I click into the family, okay, the category here is fire protection. Okay, so what comes with this is that whenever you need to create a schedule, okay, you now have the ability to create a schedule for the category that is new. Okay, so for example, fire protection here. So before this, maybe you need to put it into different categories. So when you wanted to create a schedule, the documentation actually added every single thing that falls into the same category. So with the addition of the new category, you can actually specify a bit more when you wanted to create your schedule or when you wanted to create your family. Okay, but a little bit of a downside of this is that there is no new tool for that particular category. So for example, here you do not see any fire protection tools here. So whenever you wanted to place the family here, you actually have to go ahead into component. Okay, so this is the new family that we have. Okay, so that is a little bit the downside of the new category, but that's okay because we can still use it into your project. Okay, so yeah, that is on family category improvement.